everybody, it's Raylyn. I'm jumping on here because I want to do a very special video of something that's been heavy on my mind recently. I'm not really going to do any base makeup, I don't think. I think I'm just going to focus on the eyeshadow palette. I'm going to put my hair up in a minute, but first things first, let's talk about makeup. I enjoy makeup. I love it so much. And if you're here, I'm assuming you do too. But if you are newer to makeup, you might not know about this. If you have been in the makeup game for a little while, then you might know about this, and I want to talk about it. So let's talk about Tarte. Have you ever heard of Tarte? Because it was one of the very first makeup brands I ever learned about, and I was so excited when I finally was getting into high-end makeup. Tarte was that girl in 2016, and still that girl in my opinion, but 2016 makeup was fun in a way that makeup today isn't, but it's coming back. And with that being said, there was an eyeshadow palette. Let me tell you about this eyeshadow palette. Let me zoom in real close. It was a collab, and it is probably the best collab of all eyeshadow palettes in my opinion. You might disagree. You're probably going to disagree. But this eyeshadow palette, unique, fun, neutral, true. But is the person that made the collab neutral? No. Very fun, very great, not very great. She might be very great too. Anyway, she made a collab, and you may be wondering, Raylyn, who are you talking about? Well, I'm talking about Graveyard Girl, of course. Bunny Myers, I think is her name. I know her name's Bunny, but I can't remember her last name. Let me zoom you back out, because right now you're zoomed really close to me. Okay, she made a collab called Swamp Queen with Tarte Cosmetics. And this is my very first original palette. I bought this one at the store at Ulta on vacation 2016, that summer. I adored it. Now, let me show you how much I've used this palette. I use this palette so much that I've broke the front and the back of it off. So you have to literally pry it open. And shards of glass fall out. Oh, no, not glass. Metal. Just as good, right? Anyway, let me just pop it right there. Anyway, this is how much I've used this thing. This is the original. I'm not going to use this one today because I want to preserve it exactly how I left it the last time I touched it several years ago. But I use this palette every day. This is an original, and it is a staple. Now, I love this palette so much, my dad bought me 2 more for Christmas that year, and I still have them. So the other one, also kind of in rough shape. So we're going to use the pretty much brand new one that I have. It still smells like vanilla. I don't know where my brushes went, but look at this palette. It is gorgeous. I'm trying to let you see it without being blinded. I'm so sorry. Anyway, on the mirror, it says, believe in yourself, love yourself, embrace your individuality. And on the front, we have our gator with our wings. If you don't get that, then go watch Graveyard Girl. Especially, she has a whole video talking about this. It's from like 9 years ago, but you know, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, however long that was, 10 years. Okay, so I want to do a makeup look with you guys today. I posted a video about this on Instagram and TikTok because this has been on my mind, and I wish I had the lipsticks. I never got the lipsticks. If I had, we would be using those up right now because I wanted them very badly, but I don't have them, so we'll make do with just the eyeshadow palette today. So what we're going to do is find some eyeshadow brushes to start off with, and we are going to go into the shade Big Baby right here. It's my go-to. I used to, ooh, I knocked you down, sorry. I can't see you now, so I hope you can see me. Anyway, we're going to take this Spectrum DO5 brush, and we're going to go into Big Baby. And you might be wondering, I almost talked to myself. You may be wondering, Raylyn, why is your eyebrow pink? That would be because I just did clown makeup on TikTok. Anyway. It's a very, very skin tony color, so we're just putting it all over the eyelids, just like that. Can you see it? You can see it better than I can see it in person. So this is a dual-ended brush, so I'm going to take the other side and go into the shade Natural Peaches right here. Can you see that? We're gonna dip into that shade and put it on the outer corner and blend into our crease. So outer corner and blend into our crease. Outer corner, blend into our crease. Outer corner, blend into our crease. So we should have something. It went very well in the one eye, not the other one. So there's also like a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter shade in this palette, which spectacular. That highlighter, the best highlighter I had ever used in 2016. Used it all the time. I love that I stopped talking. Anyway, I kind of want to blend this out a little bit more with this side from our first shade. And then we're going to take the shade Dogman, which is her boyfriend, husband, partner's name, whatever he is to her. I do not remember. I watch her occasionally now. So we're going to take Dogman solely on this outer corner and kind of swirl it. Dusty, dusty. You might fall again. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm also going to take the shade Dogman underneath my waterline. It wasn't until recently that I learned that most people didn't put eyeshadow under their waterline. I learned that because Lynn's makeup look was talking about, like, she has that saying, don't put eyeshadow under your eye. You don't look weird with it. You're just not you. Whatever her saying is. Oh my gosh, I cannot remember. But I didn't know that, and then looking back at my old pictures, I realized that at some point I also didn't, and I swore that I did because I used to be a little emo. Used to is used loosely. And then we're gonna blend this out. I'm going in with the shade. I'm going in with the shade Sassy Bun all over the lid. It's a sparkly shade. This is bringing back memories. I used to use this eyeshadow palette so much. And then I'm going to take the shade Gator Wings, which is the highlighter shade, and put it in my inner corner. And that is our final eyeshadow look. What do we think, guys? Wrong direction. So what do we think? I think we should do some eyeliner. Let's use my KVD Beauty tattoo liner. Maybe I shouldn't look in the camera to try and do this. Just like old times, accidentally making the wing way too thick. In case you're new here, my name is Raylyn, and I do fun makeup looks sometimes, and I talk about makeup sometimes, and my dream was always to be a YouTuber. I was always too scared to do it though, so here we are, at 24, deciding to do it. Also, we're not going to talk about what just happened with this wing. Not going to talk about it. But this is our final look. I love this palette. It is an amazing palette. I'm going to sneeze. I have hand sanitizer behind me. I love this palette. I know that you're at a weird angle. I'm so sorry that you have been at a weird angle this whole video. I also realized that I said I was going to put my hair up and never did. So, let me turn this off for a minute. Okay. So this is our final look. What do we think? I think it is gorgeous and doesn't get enough love. So, again, in case you were wondering, this is the swap. I cannot speak. I'm so sorry. This is the Swamp Queen palette by Graveyard Girl and Tarte. I love this palette to death. I'm so glad that my dad noticed that I loved it so much and ended up buying me more, because I've used them up and I will cherish them forever. Don't worry about this being like a pristine palette, because I have definitely used it in the past and I probably will use it again in the future. I am not a necessarily let's just do plain makeup girly, but I do makeup for I will be using it again in the future. I love this palette. It means the world to me to have it. It was such a central part of growing up to me. And I love Graveyard Girl, and I loved watching her in 2016 and middle school and high school, and that palette and makeup was just such a big part of high school for me, and I will never forget that, and it will forever be something that I love and cherish, and I'm genuinely so happy that I have it in my life. Tarte will always have a special place in my heart, and I hope that fun makeup like this and collabs like stuff like that come back again. I'd love to see many creators that I like collab with people, but I miss the way creators used to be, in a sense. I miss YouTube videos and PR unboxings and all of the 2016 type of things. So I'm hoping stuff like that comes back and I get to watch stuff like that and maybe one day get to create my own versions of those videos. My dream is to create a palette too at some point. Don't know if that'll ever happen, probably not, but you know, we can always dream. But anyway, it's a wonderful, lovely thing, stuff like that, and having it in my collection, it means a lot to me. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope if you have this palette, you can recreate this look. I will never declutter it. I'm not much of a declutterer anyway, because I love my shadow palettes, but I have decluttered some in the past and then gave them to my mother. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I know it was just an eyeshadow look, but it counts as a makeup look, right? I hope you guys have a wonderful time. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Hit that bell notification for to be alerted when I post. It's not any time like specific. I just post whenever I feel like it. Will I get better about that in the future? Maybe, maybe not. If you are watching this on TikTok, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you like this video and you subscribe, follow, whatever you want to call it, to my channel to see stuff like this and fun videos of my makeup looks. I post some from time to time. Thank you so much for watching this video. It really does mean the world to me. I hope you have a wonderful time. Bye!